Dana from Made Every Day. The best kind of shorts and pants, in my opinion, are those that have pockets. So let me show you how to add pockets to your shorts. I've shown you how to make a variety of shorts and pants before. We've made basic shorts, we've added a flat front, we've made pajama pants, and now we're gonna mix it up even more by adding these really fun front pockets. So here's what you need. Fabric for the pants, fabric for the pocket lining, and piping. It's really fun to sew shorts and pants out of all these great fabric prints that are out there, and I love how this yellow piping just really pops on the pocket there. But I equally love sewing them out of solid fabrics like this pair that I have made for my son. Years ago, he wore these a ton, also with piping around the pockets. You can use double fold bias tape around the pocket and just kind of sandwich it around there. That's a really cute look too. Or you can just sew the pockets totally without any trim at all. And that's adorable too. You could use lace, you could use so many different things. Today, I'm gonna make a pair of pants for my daughter out of this awesome lightweight denim by Art Gallery Fabrics. And I think I'm gonna keep it kind of simple and add some white piping. Okay, I have a bunch of piping and other trims right here. And let's talk about piping real quick. It's basically a piece of fabric cut on the bias, which is a 45-degree angle, so it has a little bit of give and curve to it. And then it has this little bit of cord inside. And that gives it a three-dimensional pop when you use it somewhere, which is super cute. If you want more info, you can check out my other video about that. And you can buy it pre-made from the store in these little packages, which I kind of like if I'm using solid fabrics because it's just easy and it's done. But you can make your own too out of different prints. And if you want to do bias tape, well, I mean, I've made all sorts of fun colors there. Tacos, sprinkles, flowers. You could go crazy with the trims. This one's really fun. It's a double fold bias tape that has lace on it, so that would stick out from the outside of your pocket. Or you could even just buy some lace and sew it right onto your fabric. The options go on and on. Okay, so let's cut out our fabric. For these pants, I'm using my kid shorts pattern, which I come back to again and again. And I wanna show you what I've done here to adjust this pattern. I took some paper, and I drew my shorts pattern on top of it. And then if I was making pajama pants, I would draw the legs down like this and make them a more wide leg for comfy, roomy pants. But today I'm tapering it, as you see here, to make a more straight-legged, kind of a skinny pant. So we have our front and our back to our pants. And then we also have a pocket piece right here. And the thing that's cool about this type of pocket, I've shown you in a previous video or skirt video how to make concealed pockets inside. This is a pocket that is just sewn right on the outside, which is great because you can decide halfway through your project, oh, I want to add pockets to my shorts or my pants. So we're going to cut an outside pocket, a lining pocket, two fronts and two backs. So let's put this over here. Grab our fabric, and you always want to make sure that you pre-wash and dry your fabric. That ensures that over time, as you wash your garment, it's not gonna shrink and it's gonna fit properly. So I have mine, and you know what's better? I should have done this. It's best to have it folded with right sides together. That just saves you a little bit of time. Once you cut it, you can easily sew them together. Okay. The back of our pants, the front of our pants. Okay, and then you could trace around, you could use a rotary cutter and a mat. I just like to use my scissors. I hold my left hand down, and then I cut with my right hand. Or I like to use tape dispensers as pattern weights to hold on top. That works pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna keep cutting these out and then we'll cut out our pocket piece. Okay, I've got two front and two back pieces here for my pants, all cut out. Now we're gonna do the pocket. Same thing, you want two outside and two lining pieces. And you know, for the lining of your pocket, you could just do the same fabric, but come on, isn't it so much more fun to have an exciting, cute little print inside? This is from my day trip fabric collection. Flowers, cactus, fun things. Okay, so make sure that your fabric is, well, right sides or wrong sides together so you're getting mirror images here. And cut right around. Okay, set your pattern piece aside, and what I actually like to do is to use this now as my pattern piece, because then it will be totally precise, matching the two fabrics. Okay, and this is also folded in half so that I'm getting 2 layers. Okay, we've got all of our pocket pieces. We're gonna grab our piping and then we're gonna go to our sewing machine. We're gonna prep our pocket pieces first. Now, if you weren't adding a trim like we're gonna do, you could simply just take your 2 pieces right sides together, like this. Sew around the outside, sew around the inside, and leave these 2 openings open. That's where you turn it right side out, and your pocket would be ready. But we're gonna add the piping into those 2 seams. So let's take off this top piece, and we're gonna first sew the piping to the outside of the pocket. So come over and take off your standard presser foot, which I do right here. Release that one. And most machines come with a piping foot, which just has a little kind of groove on it that allows the piping to go through. If yours doesn't come with one, no big deal. Your machine should come with a zipper foot, and you can use that. It's a similar concept. And you can learn more about that in my piping video. I show you how to do that. So come over here, put this on. Right on there. Okay, my piping foot is on. Now grab your piping, and we're not gonna pin anything. We're just gonna start sewing. I think that's actually a little easier. And you want the 3-dimensional side to be on the inside so that when you're done, it will pop out on the outside. So I'm gonna line this up right there. The edge of the piping, the raw edge of the piping with the raw edge of the pocket. Come over to my machine. And as you can see, this piping foot on my baby lock just sits right down on top of that cord that's inside and holds it in place, which is really awesome. And I love this machine. It's a newer machine for me. It's part of this new Genuine series by Baby Lock. It's called Brilliant. Okay, one other thing that we need to do, we need to shift our needle over a little bit. So I'm gonna come right over here. That's pretty good. I can always turn my manual crank over here to put my needle down to see if it's in a good position. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay, we're ready to sew. Okay, do a forward and back stitch at the beginning. Okay, then you want to go a little bit slowly. So if you need to adjust your speed control, I can do that right here so that I'm not going too quickly around the curve. And then I'm just going to carefully do a few stitches and then keep pulling my piping around as I go so that it's staying with the same seam allowance the whole time. If you need to, you can always lift your presser foot and readjust, allows the fabric to relax a little bit. Okay, now we're on the straightaway. This part's easy. Do a back stitch, cut your threads. I love this cutting feature on my baby lock. Pull that off, and let's see how this looks. So you can see what we've done here. If I fold this under, you can already see how that piping is working. It's gonna pop out like that, which looks really cute. So we're gonna add one more thing of piping to the other side, then we'll add the lining to sandwich it all together. So grab your piping again, and let's do the other side. Forward and back stitch, and just do the same thing. Okay, now grab your lining piece right here, and you see it goes right on top there. Now, because we have this 3-dimensional thing underneath, it's kind of pushing the fabric a little, so it might not feel like it's laying totally flat, but just do your best to match it up together. Grab a few pins, and we're going to just pin these two together. And I feel like it's really important to pin this time so that nothing shifts. Kind of just pushing that down so I can feel exactly where it goes. And if things have shifted a little bit, if it's not fitting exactly, It's okay. It's gonna work out. All right, now just come right back here to our sewing machine, and we're just gonna sew with our piping foot again right over what we just sewed. It's hidden inside now, but you can still feel and see where it goes as it's guided in your piping foot. Forward and back stitch, and then just go right down. And this piping foot really is great because it just guides your piping right through. But if you do not have a piping foot, it's no big deal. A zipper foot works really great. You just want to butt it right up there next to the piping. Okay, let's do the other side. Cut my threads. Then let's trim this down a little bit so that our seam allowance isn't quite as bulky, and it will really help with these curves right here. So I'm just trimming down. Go carefully around the curves. And if you have room for it, you might want to just clip into these just barely. That will help that lay a little nicer. Okay, same thing over here. I'm not gonna trim into that. Okay, then let's turn it right side out and see how cute it looks. I guess the great thing is you could use either side. Both sides look adorable. Oh my goodness. Well, yes, it looks very cute on that side and really cute on that side. This pocket is totally finished off. You put your hands inside. There's no raw edges, all those little treats that your kid is gonna put in there. It's not gonna ruin it. Okay, so you wanna press this with your iron, get it nice and flat and great looking. We're gonna sew the other one, and then we're ready to add everything together to the pants. And here are your two pockets. Now I know that it looks really long and skinny, but you have to remember that part of this is going to be folded down and becomes the waistband of your pants. So don't freak out about that. Now I've already started construction on my pants here, and I've sewn the two front pieces together at the crotch seam. I've done the same thing with the back pieces, and then I pressed all those seams open. And if you need more info on that, you can refer to my previous video about how to sew shorts. Now we're gonna put the pockets onto the front of our pants here. So set the back aside. Okay, grab your two pocket pieces and lay them on top. And it should match up at the top here, like that. Now I made some adjustments to my pattern piece, so my pockets are gonna overhang a little bit, but yours, if you're using my pattern piece, would probably be flush with that at the edge there. But you can just eyeball it, see how it looks, and then pin that in place. It really, really looks cute with this white piping. It just pops out. It might even be fun to add some buttons or something at the top here. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, now we're gonna go back to our sewing machine, and we are going to sew around the top, just a basting stitch, around the bottom part of the pocket and around the side. We are not gonna sew on this part, otherwise it kind of defeats our pocket here. So let's go back to our sewing machine. I still have my piping foot on, and like I said, we're gonna sew right across the top, just kind of a basting stitch, just to hold it in place until we sew it later into the waistband. So, there we go. It's a little awkward because my piping foot is on there, but you can still sew normal. Forward and back stitch. Come right down. Okay, then I'm going to turn and we're gonna go around the piping now. Let's see, I'm gonna lift my needle up and I'm gonna adjust my needle going the opposite way because now I'm sewing on the other side of my piping. So, I'm gonna shift my needle this direction. There we go. And let's sew down. When I get to the end here, let's sew up the other side as well. Pivot and turn. forward and back stitch. Cut your threads. I love that cutting feature on my Baby Lock, brilliant. Okay, that looks awesome. Now let's sew the other one in place. And there are your pocket pieces all sewn in place. Oh my gosh, those look super cute. I would totally wear these for myself as well. Now I'm gonna trim off these little excess pieces on the side. Make sure everything is nice and flush with each other. And at the top here too. And now your front pants piece is totally ready to go. You can finish sewing your pants or shorts just as we have done in previous videos. First, I'm going to sew the front to the back with right sides together, sew along the inseam, then sew the side seams, fold over the waistband to create a casing, string the elastic through the back of the waistband and secure it in place, sew the remaining part of the waistband in place, and hem your pants. Let's check out your final pants. Haha! Those are super cute. These remind me so much of pants I wore in the 70s when I was a little kid. I hope my daughter Clara likes them. And you know, they would be super cute also to sew some pockets on the back too, but we'll have to do that another time. Ah, good job sewing pants. For more ideas and tutorials, check out my website, madeeveryday.com. And for all of your sewing machine needs, and to check out the new Be Genuine sewing machines, go to babylock.com where it's all for the love of sewing. I'll see you next time. Bye.